Hey guys, in this video, I am going to be talking about 6 games with amazing stories and the choices you take affect them. Number 1. Little Hope. Little Hope was released in 2022 by Supermassive Games, and it's one of those games that make you think. This is why it's placed here on the list, as it deals with trauma, interfamilial topics, and existential questions. Keep in mind that this game isn't as long as some other Supermassive games, but it's packed with a great story presented differently, and the plot twist is amazing. Little Hope is the name of the city where the bus crashes, and you can play as one of the 5 playable characters. The main protagonist is played by Will Poulter, and we must warn you that at any given moment, they can all die. If you're not a horror fan, we'll have to tell you that this game isn't as scary as some others, but it still has some cheap jump scares. Other than this, it mostly involves finding items and trying to connect the story, making it more like a mystery or drama with some supernatural and horror elements added to it. Number 2. Beyond Two Souls. Back in 2013, Beyond Two Souls came out and shook the interactive video game market. 3 years after the release of Heavy Rain, Quantic Dream Studio created another masterpiece which, in my opinion, is better in certain aspects than Heavy Rain. First of all, there is a strong supernatural element in the game, and that's the soul called Aiden. Jodie Holmes, played by Elliot Page, our main protagonist, has been connected with Aiden since her birth. The story isn't linear, so you'll be revisiting the most important moments of Jodie's life in the past. Her father-like figure is Nathan Dawkins, played by Willem Dafoe, who is the leader of a team taking care of Jodie. Overall, the game explores themes like other games, such as Life is Strange. These themes include life, death, secret government experiments, the CIA, and so on. To find out and get involved in an emotionally amazing, well-written story with fantastic gameplay, just play Beyond Two Souls. Number 3. The Walking Dead. Zombie mania has taken over both the movie and gaming industries since the release of Resident Evil 1 back in 1996. The Walking Dead is the most successful Telltale Games project. In the first season, we play our male protagonist, Lee, who is a university professor and a convicted criminal. He becomes the protector of a little girl called Clementine. Since the commercialization of zombies and time travel, there have been many games out there, but none quite like The Walking Dead. Number 4. The Wolf Among Us. The Wolf Among Us is a unique masterpiece developed by Telltale Games, set in a fairy tale universe. The Wolf Among Us is based on Bill Willingham's comic book series, Fables. The story is set in 1986, 20 years before events in Fables. We play as Bigby Wolf, the big bad wolf, who is the sheriff of Fabletown, an enclave in Manhattan. For Fables, characters from the Fable universe, to fit into the modern world, they've disguised themselves as regular people. One day, a murder occurs in Fabletown, and that's when you, as Bigby, need to step in to solve the crime. As the story unfolds, numerous suspects emerge, making the narrative all the more intriguing. Everything about this game is memorable, from the unique characters that most of us are already familiar with, from fairy tales to the locations, graphics, and amusing dialogue. Number 5. The Quarry. The one that can easily compete with Until Dawn but with fewer horror elements is The Quarry. This game is set in a summer camp called Hackett's Quarry, where players take control of 9 teenagers. The Quarry has a lot of hidden secrets, one of which you'll find out fast is that it's haunted by some supernatural creatures and angry locals who don't like outsiders. From there, the story gets wilder and more horrifying, but it's also a great drama. The Quarry features some of the best acting you've ever seen in a game. This game has some horror elements added to it that might scare away some fans, but trust us, nothing as scary as Amnesia or Resident Evil. It strikes a perfect balance between the supernatural, and the number of choices you'll have in the game is insane. Once you finish the game, it'll linger in your head for a couple of days, especially if you're a fan of conspiracy theories, supernatural beings, etc. That's all, folks. The top 5 best story games with choices you have to take.